cared about the way. There must... There's a lot on the line here. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. More than a flesh wound. Mind blown. Getting swole. That's a Jagni tribe outpost. biohazard. Makes your skin crawl. Mercadorpus Outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make. If you can, you should try to convince the captain to give up the outpost. They're ready to enter the outpost when you are. Every step you take towards your end goal will... Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot, wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Everything's clocking together. Don't just rattle those keys. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them. Won't hesitate to carve out some revenge on those... A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it, then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. Oh, boom. You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook.
Wherefore, where?
But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless... That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The Jumbo Puff needs to be taken care of. He says the time has come to confront the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all... You should get over there and see what you can do to help. He knows things that you need to know. The rival tribe still has 2 outposts left. Says it's about time you figured out you can't avoid helping anymore. Says talking to you was interesting. He knows things that you... Says good...
Puyubut pai gatawa.
There's no time to waste.
Iboda kilmok.
He says you really need to go see Gizmo as soon as possible.
Just a full
The gatekeeper...
Frutata shiplup.
Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery. When... Even the feel of the air changes as you go underground. It's the Chug Yard. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here. Big machines on rails with smokes. The rails You're on the right... Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber bonkers busy, ram banging the door. This is your chance. Roast him. Half your health. Ready to dive back in. Itchy trigger finger. Every day, everything seems like it happens at once. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the ground. I need to brush up on my Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kid.
Not now.
But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He understands history. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you.
Fan that flame!
Wait, no!
I've got all the cold.
Oh, do you have?
I don't have.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Grateful to you for coming back and doing... Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seem so centered and so... But that's not important. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and he can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. Brains need more airtime than this. That's the leftover you're looking for. Do you feel safer or more exposed in the dark? Just find your footing. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden.
Typo.
He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He said the best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the... Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. It's a little feisty and tough critter, a perfect fit for a live ammunition, if you ask him. The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? The night feels dangerous and exciting. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on.
Immo. Diava.
The latter would be better. Let's see. It's a wonder this is still such a lush place.
La Fea Nuch.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Badan Analove.
Claims he goes after the most dangerous game, huge.
Immo.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the...
Isko.
Choose. You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that...
Ja.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss. Claims he mostly kills whoever he does.
Dakadnio Umwaka.
Says it's wild that the world
Rosa es kuku Johanna.
wonders why you work so hard to keep...
Tiava.
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn Myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones.
O vokso isquale. Rosa es kuku Johanna.
But enough.
Ja,
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against...
ja.
He's not...
Es Kayamako.
Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short.
Kunududua.
Thinks that it all hangs...
Tudu baba.
Moog says you must...
Bustarnya dafa.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start.
Versinnet.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes.
Kuali.
Says it's not far at all. Fortunately for you, the squips seem to have... Gulp in some air. Hard to do anything without air. Wait, it's the Scrip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Dented that one good. Punch time. Nothing simple. It's locked. That's more than stuck. Keep your hands on the move sticks. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Now, this is the way to travel. Little lives here. Stick to your own stompers.
Hey, Aldo. Donna. Donna. Sit up. Donna. Donna, Jovo, Yula.
He says that's enough scrips to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. It's not his cleanest invention so far, but it gets the job done. Use it to suck up gooey oil puddles in the Mekton's way so you can pass. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now, otherwise he fears the damage it's caused. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. He got the idea to build the Mekton when he found a big crate containing the metal frame for something Toxanol had named an exoskeleton. Gizmo wants to help if he can. If only someone were tough enough to stop something as humongous as that monster. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says you should hunt for Wiz in the Surf Search factory. Says you should be careful in the wasteland and warn we'll be around when you return. Gizmo wants to help if he can. You need to help Gizmo defeat the Jumbo Puff. Gizmo wants to help if he can. You should go see the Pichu tribe. Their hole is a sight to behold. Wouldn't be surprised if Gizmo wants to help if he can. Understands you have other places you need to go. It's not smooth, but it gets you there. going to hear you coming. That'll hurt. As long as you're happy about it. What a glorious ride. There's a place and time for everything, but for that silly scenario, it's already come and gone. Knock 'em out. Knuckle sandwich. That's the Mekton with the most. Life looks different from a cockpit. Let's see. Bang Shelter 7B is still there, open and ready to shelter. Can't really understand your story till it's done. These steel legs were made for walking. Put that thing behind you.